My name is Edward Richtofen. I have been trying very hard to do the right thing. 6 months later, the trailer for Richtofen's Memories has finally been released. And now I think is the perfect timing because, oh boy, take a listen to this. I am so excited. You know what? It's freaking 1 o'clock. I'm in my car once again. I'm going to make this a regular thing. Guys, this is awesome. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So remember about 6 months ago, we got a trailer for Nikolai. This was him reflecting back on his memories, on his past. He told us that he wanted to finally return back to his family, back to his home of Mother Russia. He spoke about how he felt dead inside and about the things that he'd lost. And this was to prepare us for the events that are coming for Nikolai in DLC 3.
My name is Edward Richtofen, and I have been trying so very hard to do the right thing. Long ago, I made a promise, a vow, to protect him. In order to keep my word, I have done bad things. Very bad things. I do not regret the pain that I have caused, because none of it really matters. This moment, this me. All of it will soon be gone. I have lied. I have cheated. I have deceived. All for a purpose you could never understand. I would not change a single thing. He thinks I do not know, but I do. The blood will protect me.
Now Richtofen in his trailer starts talking about his life, but he's holding a very dark secret from us. He says, my name is Edward Richtofen and I've been trying very hard to do the right thing. Long ago I made a promise, a vow to protect him. Now we know recently from the radios we heard in Zetsuba no Shima that Maxis specifically says, Richtofen, it may have been years ago, but you made a vow, you made a promise to me to follow my exact instructions. So it seems like Richtofen is talking about the promise he made to Maxis all those years ago. He says, in order to keep my word, I have done very bad things. But he doesn't regret the pain that he has caused because none of it really matters. Now what exactly is he going on about? What has Richtofen done that he thinks is so bad? He says he doesn't regret the pain that he's caused. Now although we don't know specifically what he's going on about, what pain he's caused, what very bad things he has done, I think he could be talking about the pain he has caused to Dempsey, Takio and soon Nikolai, having to put them through this pain of killing their selves, their 01 versions. We know from Dempsey right now is feeling very depressed in Zetsuba no Shima. Richtofen has put him through an awful lot of pain. Takio not so much because he knows the Emperor betrayed him, but these very bad things that Richtofen has done, this pain that he has caused, could have been the things that he has done to Nikolai, Takio and Dempsey. But he says he doesn't regret any of it because it doesn't matter. He says this moment, this me, all of it will soon be gone. Whilst he is saying all of this, he's sitting in one of the rooms in Derice, in the Giant. And we know this is the exact location that he killed his 01 version. So it seems like he's reflecting upon his memories, upon his thoughts, in the location that he had to kill his original self. He says he has lied, he has cheated, he has deceived, which we know Richtofen has done an awful lot. He's lied to our original characters. What exactly has he cheated? What has he deceived? We don't know, but whilst he says all of these three things, the camera zooms into different angles on his body. When he says he has lied, the camera zooms into the blood vials on Richtofen's chest. Could this show he has been lying to us in some way about the blood vials? Maybe about the cell numbers that they have on them or what they are actually for. He then says he has cheated as it zooms into the saw on Richtofen's belt. And I believe this was the saw, I can't quite remember, that he used to decapitate and open up Dr. Maxis' skull in Origins. Did Richtofen also lie to us about that? From what we know, Maxis died of an infection and Richtofen was simply preserving his brain and putting him inside of the Maxis drone. Did he lie to us about that? And then finally he says, I have deceived, as it zooms into the blood on his hands. But he says this is all for a purpose you could never understand. I would not change a single thing. He finishes off with saying he thinks I do not know, but I do. The blood will protect me. That for me is very, very interesting. Forget what he said before. We knew all of that about Richtofen, but he says he thinks that I don't know, but I do, and the blood will protect me. This actually brings chills down my spine. Honestly, I love this storyline like crazy, man. It's mint. So what exactly does he mean? Who is he talking about when Richtofen says he thinks that I don't know, but I do, and the blood will protect me? And by this, I think he's referring to Maxis. I recently did a massive video. I recommend you guys check it out. I will link it down in the description. But I revealed that Maxis is keeping a big secret from us. In Zetsuba no Shima, in one of the radios, Maxis tells us that he has withheld certain truths from Richtofen. Maxis first off thanks Richtofen for following his plan. He says he has done very good so far, but I am sorry, Richtofen, I have withheld certain truths from you. So from that, we know already Maxis isn't telling Richtofen everything. Maxis is keeping some huge secret from Richtofen that he doesn't want him to know. There is also a cipher you can find in Zetsuba no Shima. Now, although we don't know who M is, we don't know if M is Maxis, if M is Dr. Monty, someone else, but that cipher says, once again, M is keeping certain truths from you. Even if this cipher isn't related to Maxis, from the first radio, we already know Maxis is keeping a secret from Richtofen. He isn't telling him something. But the surprising thing is, in Richtofen's trailer, he says Richtofen knows about this secret that Maxis is keeping from us, and Maxis doesn't know. Maxis doesn't know that Richtofen knows the secret Maxis is trying to keep from him. And then he finishes off with saying the blood will protect me. Now, at the end of Zetsuba no Shima, we know Richtofen teleported away with the other characters and collected some blood vials. So now all of our 3 characters have blood vials on them, and Richtofen has the blood vials of what we thought, before at least, were the Mob of the Dead characters. From this, it sounds like maybe he is lying, maybe he's trying to trick us, maybe these aren't the Mob of the Dead characters, but we know Richtofen got that blood for his insurance policy, in case we don't like where we end up. And this is what I think is exactly going down. Maxis is keeping a big secret from Richtofen. Maxis doesn't want to tell Richtofen something about the plan. For doing everything right so far, Maxis still isn't being completely truthful with Richtofen. And I think what Maxis could be hiding from Richtofen is the fact that Richtofen isn't going to live at the end of all of this. There is no good ending for Richtofen. He isn't going to be coming out alive. And this, I think, is the secret that Maxis is keeping from Richtofen. Now, Maxis doesn't think that Richtofen knows this. Maxis thinks that Richtofen thinks that he's going to come out of this alive and everything's going to be fine. But the surprising thing is, Richtofen knows Maxis' secret. If it is that Richtofen is not going to come out of this alive, then Richtofen already knows this, and to back himself up to make sure that this doesn't happen, Richtofen has collected this blood to protect himself. We know from ciphers in Shadows of Evil, it says the Formless One will be their downfall. Premise, although they have found the way, they will fail. These ciphers tell us that our original characters, even though we know what we are doing, are going to fail. By that, this cipher could be telling us that our original characters, even though we complete everything, even though we know what we are doing, we are still going to die. And the Formless One, which we think could be Maxis, I mean, we've never seen Maxis before. He has always been a formless character to us. He's only ever spoke to us through a rift, through a radio, through our Gotha. We've only ever seen him in pictures or in the Maxis drone. We've never seen him in a physical form. Not personally, therefore Maxis is the Formless One. And going by this cipher, it tells us that Maxis, the Formless One, will be our downfall. And relating that cipher in Shadows of Evil back to what Richtofen tells us, Maxis is going to be the downfall of Richtofen, but Richtofen already knows this. Maxis doesn't know that Richtofen knows this, but he does. I don't know how he does. Maybe he's been spying on Maxis, or maybe he had a hunch, and he kind of like figured that Maxis was hiding something from him already. And so to be prepared in case he is going to die, or in case something happens to him, he's got this blood. We don't know what the blood is going to do. Maybe it will keep him alive, but this is an insurance policy for Richtofen. So whatever this big secret that Maxis is keeping from him isn't going to do any damage to Richtofen. But Maxis doesn't know that Richtofen already knows his secret. Not yet. I think that is really freaking awesome. And I was thinking about it, but from what we know generally, if we killed each and every one of ourselves in every universe, wouldn't we then cease to exist? If we killed each and every one of our own characters in each and every universe, then there wouldn't be any of us left, so there is no chance that we can exist. Richtofen has already killed each and every one of their own characters in each and every single universe, so there's only one version of them left. And if that one version of Richtofen, what we are playing as in the game right now, dies, then that's it. He will never be alive again. He won't exist in any other universe. There will never be another Richthofen. And it's possible that Maxis told Richthofen before that, you know, you will be okay at the end of all this. You are not going to die, so you don't have to worry. But that is the secret. That is the lie that Maxis has been telling Richthofen. It may be the fact that he is going to die, and when he does, we won't ever hear from him again because another version of himself doesn't exist. They have all been killed. And so Richthofen has got this blood so he can back himself up against this secret that he knows Maxis is keeping from us. Honestly, guys, this is amazing. It'd be interesting to see if we're going to get anything from Takio and Nikolai as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you could drop me a like rating for being a big boy. I'm strong. I'm really scared right now, but I'm out in my car in the dark doing this video for you guys. I really wanted to make it. A like rating would mean an awful lot. Make sure you subscribe for more zombies videos, and we'll see you in the next video. God, I hope this video recorded because I don't want to do it again. Thank you for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.